Hello, St. Mark's friends and family. Randy Reed back with a few words to share with you. Have you ever loaned something to somebody and had it returned in worse shape than when you loaned it to them? Like maybe your car comes back with an empty gas tank, or a tool that comes back that's kind of messed up and broken, or even just something as small as a book that comes back with the pages all bent up and chocolate smudges on it and potato chip crumbs in the pages. And in contrast, have you ever loaned something to somebody and gotten it back in better shape than when you loaned it to them? Maybe your car comes back with a full tank of gas, or that tool comes back and it's been cleaned and the blade's been sharpened, or that book comes back and it's got a nice, fun bookmark in it. There's a big difference in the way that these two scenarios make you feel. And there's something I learned a long time ago that I've seen make a big difference over the years, and that's just to try to always leave something better than you found it. Whether it's something you borrowed or simply a space that you occupy, make an effort to leave it better than you found it. Anytime I borrow somebody else's car for some reason, I try to take it back with a full gas tank, and maybe, if time allows, even a fresh wash job. And if I borrow a tool from someone, I try to make sure that I've cleaned it up and sharpened the blade or whatever needs to be done to make it a little better than it was before. I'm really kind of a pretty good handyman, and I've even been known to, like when we're out on the road at a hotel, to even fix things that are broken, and I've worked on doors and drawers and even plumbing in hotel rooms. And Connie will hear me banging around and she'll say, "What are you working on now?" Sometimes even if we're at a friend's house or something, if I see a door that sticks or a lock that's not working very well, I kind of try to sneak over and work on that if I get a chance. And there's another lesson that I learned from Connie about leaving things better than you found it, is anytime somebody gives us food in a container, she always returns that container clean, of course, but with some tasty treat in it, like cookies or cake or bread. It never goes back empty. And I think there are many ways that we can practice the principles of leaving things better than we find them. And it goes really further than simply cars or tools or books or even food containers. When we leave people, places, and situations, do we leave them better than we found them? And what would that even look like? First and foremost, I think that we would always treat people the way that we want to be treated. Luke 6:31 says to do unto others as we would have them do unto us. Also, we would do our best to build people up and not to tear them down. We would compliment, not criticize. We would encourage and not discourage. 1 Thessalonians 5:11 tells us to encourage one another and to build each other up. We would believe instead of doubt. We would be positive and not negative. And we would help to solve and not create problems. We would be courteous, polite, and respectful. And even small everyday stuff, like putting things back where we found them, can make a big difference to someone who's weary and too tired to be looking for something where it doesn't belong. I recently took a part-time job in a retail store, and that's one of the things at the end of every night that we have to do. One of the last things is to go through the aisles and through the shelves and put things back where they were supposed to be. Sometimes I feel like people just walk along and pick something off the shelf and look at it and say, "Yeah, that's what I want." And they take a few steps and say, "Nah, maybe not." And then they just heave it somewhere and it ends up wherever. And I'm one of those people sometimes that's too tired to be looking to put something back where it actually belongs. I think we can even take things to a new level if we'll just take the time to do simple things like have dogs that fight at your feet when you're trying to do a devotional. If we just take the time to clean up, we make the effort to be less wasteful and to get into the habit of recycling. This all may seem rather small and insignificant, but think of the pay it forward effect that this would have if everyone practiced the art of leaving it better than we found it. It's kind of like, if you're a golfer, it's kind of like fixing a divot on the golf course. Fix your own and also fix an extra one that someone else didn't take the time to fix. Remember Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord and not for human. Think about it. If everyone, or even every other one, made an effort in all things to leave it better than they found it, kind of like the old song says, what a wonderful world this would be. And don't you think that that's what God had in mind when he created this place? Thank you. God bless you all.